Are you a millionaire? Not at the moment. And would you like to be? Well, I hope that it can happen. Believe in what you do. Love it. No matter how people perceive you, keep it simple. I really like this phrase. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I was born into a very poor family. I never had a good education. I tried to enter university 3 times, and each time I failed. 30 times I tried to get a job, but I was rejected everywhere. I went to the police, and they told me, "No, you're not suitable for us." I even tried to get a job at KFC when they opened a place in my town. 24 people applied for the job on that day. 23 were accepted. I was the only one who got rejected. And the same story with the police. 5 of us came in. 4 got accepted. I was the only one who got rejected. 10 times I applied to Harvard, and every time I got rejected. They wouldn't even talk to me. It was incredibly tough for me at the time. I was insanely depressed working at the university. I made $10 a month. It wasn't easy. But I believed that something was ahead of me. I had to work very hard to prove it to myself. I never considered myself smart. I came from a poor family. I understood that I had no money, no skills, no connections, or powerful relatives. Now everyone says to me, "You're a genius, you think big." But in '94, no one said that to me. Nobody believed I could become successful. Everybody said this guy was crazy, something was wrong with his head. At the time, I claimed that I wanted to implement a thing called the internet, and 23 people I went to told me it was an idiotic idea. We hadn't even heard of the internet. And you don't even know everything about computers. At the time, we held meetings with more than 30-40 potential investors. All of them turned us down. No one wanted to believe in us. They all agreed on only one thing, that it definitely was not something for me to do. But if you think your idea is good, find people you can work with and make sure those people believe in your idea. Whether your investors believe in it or not, whether your friends believe in it, whether your parents believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you believe in it, and your team believes in it. That's why we started by raising our funds. We, the 18 founders of the company, raised $50,000 and started. Out of 18 people, only 3 of us knew what a computer was. The rest of us had never even heard of a computer, or not to mention the internet. A lot of people at the time told us that Alibaba was a terrible business model. We were pointed out all kinds of problems and shortcomings in our business. And we were told that it would never work out, that I was a terrible leader. But we didn't listen to them and moved on to our goal. None of us had rich parents, influential relatives. We had no money in the banks and no connections in the government. We just believed in what we were doing and worked for the common success. In the first 3 years of our company's existence, we didn't make a single dollar profit from our business. I was working at the time on pure enthusiasm and belief in the future successes. In the first 5 years of our company, I dreamed one thing only, that the company would survive. Even then, I told people that we had to work hard, not for ourselves, but to help people around us to be successful. Once I had a case like this, I came to a restaurant to have lunch, and when I was about to pay the bill, the owner of the restaurant came up to me, handed me a note, and said, "Sir, your bill has already been paid by someone else." The note reads, "Hello, Mr. Ma. I am a customer of your company Alibaba Group. I have made a lot of money, and I know that you haven't made anything. That's why I paid your bill." And that's when I realized, wow, my business has made a difference for the better in so many people's lives. I was incredibly inspired by that. It worries me that so many young people today are losing hope, losing faith in themselves and their future. We're all going through it. Being rejected by a huge number of people, it's very hard to accept. A lot of people sink into depression, but I don't think there are many people in the world who have been rejected more than 30 times like in my case. My secret is simple: I never give up. I'm like Forrest Gump. I keep fighting, I keep growing, and I never complain. You have to realize that if you, no matter what, continue to work hard on your stuff, you will get plenty of opportunities. The difference between a successful and an unsuccessful person, in my opinion, is that if they fail, unsuccessful people always blame others for their mistakes and immediately give up. They don't want to make mistakes. But it's just impossible to succeed with this kind of attitude. Don't worry. Your every mistake is your capital, your wonderful reward. Today the world is full of difficulties and opportunities. 2000 years ago, the world was full of difficulties and opportunities. And I'm pretty sure, 2000 years from now, the world will be just as full of difficulties and opportunities. It just depends on how you look at it. I think opportunities always stem from difficulties, always grow out from dissatisfaction. If you know how to overcome difficulties, you will be successful. And the more challenges you can handle, the more opportunities you'll have. I've always said that to myself and to the young guys. If you are 20, be a good student. Try different things just to get a little experience. At 25, make mistakes. Don't worry about it. You fall down, you get up. You fall down, you get up. Enjoy it. You're just 25. Get a job at a small company. It's good to learn the work processes in big companies because you're a part of the big machine. But at a small company, you find passion. You learn to dream. You learn to do a lot of things at once. At 30 years old, it's not so important which company you go to. It's important what kind of boss you go to. It's really critical. A good boss will teach you a lot. From 30 to 40, you need to make a clear decision. If you are ready to work for yourself, or if you are ready to become an entrepreneur. From 40 to 50, you need to concentrate on what you're already good at. Don't try to jump into a new field. It's too late. You may become successful, of course, but the risk of failures here is too high. So from 40 to 50, engage the skills you've already acquired. From 50 to 60, work for the young, because the young can do more than you. And when you get over 60, start living for yourself. The sun, the beach, everything. It's too late for you to change, and that's okay. We're all different, and each of us is unique. So you have to take your own unique path. Your best asset is your youth. Don't complain. Let others complain. Let the losers complain. Don't refer to something you don't have. Think about what you can do to make a difference in the lives of others.